which salt is a strong acid, strong base salt? So I want strong acid, or let me write this, strong acid, strong base salt. I'm given 4 guys here, so let me write this down here. So I have NH4CN, I have LiNO3, Li3PO4, Na2CO3, and I have NH4Br. So what I would do is I would actually break this down into its kind of components here. And I would kind of dissociate these ions first, or dissociate the salt here into its ions to see what it could have been, give me an idea of what the acid and base could be. So this guy would be NH4 plus CN minus. This guy here is simply just Li plus NO3 minus. This guy here is Li plus PO4 3 minus. Guy is Na plus CO3 2 minus, and I'm going to balance these guys as well. Let me write these down. That's a 3, and these are balanced. That's good. I have NH4 plus and plus Br minus. So which of these guys are going to be our acid and base products here? So basically, you look at kind of these ions, and you can figure out what could have been the acid-base reaction for these products here. So what we want to do is we want to look at these guys here, and we want to start. We can start writing the kind of equilibrium reaction for these guys. So now the NH4 here is going to be a weak acid. It's going to, combined with water, it can dissociate into ammonia and our hydroxide ion. So let me write that down for us. And I'm only just going to write this one because this one is exactly the same. The ammonia for 1 and 5 here are exactly the same. So I'm only going to write this once. So here's NH4 plus H2O is in equilibrium with this is NH3 plus H2O. As you can see here, this is a weak acid. And you also have Cn minus here, which is going to be a weak base. It's going to accept a hydrogen here. So in this case, you can say this would be, well, actually, you can replace H2O with Cn minus if you really wanted to here. And you get NH3 plus HCN here. And this is going to be, again, you have your weak base here, and you have a strong acid. Or you could say weak base and strong, sorry, weak acid and strong base here. So this one is not a strong acid, strong base, so you can simply cross this out. LiNO3 here, this one would actually be a strong base and strong acid. And why we know that is because I have lithium. I can make lithium hydroxide from it, which is a very, very strong base. LiOH plus NO3. If I were to protonate NO3 here, this would be HNO3, which is nitric acid, and this would actually make our lithium nitrate, which is our product, plus H2O, and would not be in equilibrium. So this one would be a strong base, strong acid salt here. So this is our correct answer. And if you look at the other ones here, you could verify this one as well. NH4 Br is exactly kind of the same thing as this guy here, but you, instead of making HCN, you make HBr. LiPO4, if you pronate this phosphate ion, you're going to have phosphoric acid, which is a weak acid here. Weak acid plus a strong base with lithium hydroxide. And then with Na2CO3, you would get a weak base. So let me write out, so for this one, let me write out the other guys. So NH4 is exactly the same. So this one is same as 1, but Br minus becomes HBr. So this is the same as number 1 here. Let me write that more clearly. And then this one's kind of the same thing as lithium hydroxide, except PO4 here is not a strong acid. It's actually a weak acid here. So I can write down LiOH plus, you could write H3PO4 if you really wanted to, or HPO4 2 minus, it doesn't really matter. They're all weak acids here, and you would get, this would be in equilibrium, sorry, and you get LiPO4, Li3PO4, plus you would get H2O, and this would be in equilibrium. And because the only reason why we know that is because H3PO4 is a weak acid. So this is a weak acid strong base. So this is not correct. And then finally we have something like Na plus and CO3 minus. Na plus here would become the spectator ion. So in this case here I'm focused on the CO3 minus. Plus if I add H2O to it, I would get, so this here is my carbonate anion. I would get HC or H2CO3. Or you become HCO3 minus first, plus OH minus here. So we know that this here is going to be our weak base here. So this is a good this is kind of a good good exercise here to figure out what this guy what this guy could be. And yeah, this is our answer here is lithium nitrate here. So this is our solution. So this is good. So lithium nitrate is a salt resulting out of a strong acid, so a nitric acid, and a strong base, which is lithium hydroxide. So that's strong acid, strong base salt. So the solution is correct. And as you can see, they also wrote down the chemical formula for that one as well. So the solution is correct.